Up spot in the SPL for this season, and that of course means a place in the Champions League qualifiers at the start of next season. And also of course the Scottish Cup final is 2 weeks away against Gretna at Hampden. Hearts haven't conceded a first half goal here at Tynecastle all season. That's a remarkable statistic, covering 21 games. Graham Ricks is with us, and Hearts will hope to set off the way they started the first half. It's important to maintain what they've done so far, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they can sit back and invite pressure on them. You know, as we saw there, the two chances that Celtic had, it wasn't as if they carved them open with great play. It was just balls into the box that weren't defended properly. So I think the next goal, if there is going to be another goal, is going to be key to this game. Celtic get it, there'll be seeds of doubt straight away in Hearts' minds. Deja vu.
Will we see him shortly?
I'm surprised he hasn't come on, to be honest. I don't think Dion Dublin's really held the ball up or offered any threat. And we all know what John Hartson can do, and I'm surprised he hasn't come on at half-time. But he looks like he's loosening up there and getting ready to come on, so certainly for me, I'd have him on there.
Craig, can Hearts hold on?
Well, as Graham said, if they sit back, they're going to invite trouble, but just arguably at this moment, biggest 45 minutes of the season so far. If they can hold on, they're in pole position. If they don't, then they invite trouble back on in terms of Rangers being back in with a shout. So massive 45 from Hearts' point of view.
They'll be 4 points ahead of Rangers with a better goal difference as well if they can keep what they've got, which is a winning situation at the moment. 2-0 up at half-time, Hearts. Back for the second half with Mark Aitley and firstly Jock Brown.
A massive 45 minutes indeed coming up for Hearts in particular. You expect Celtic to hit back fiercely in this second period. No change in either lineup. Hearts, who haven't conceded any goal at home in the league this season, have conceded 11 in the second half, and 3 of these were against Celtic on New Year's Day. And the man who scored the first one is on the bench, Stephen Pearson. And the first free kick of the match goes to Hearts. Left back position, Takis Fisas is there. So a lot of tactical thinking to be done, I would say, at half-time, Mark, about how Hearts particularly would go about this.
Yeah, I think they'll just continue to plug away. They have done. They've got a great work ethic in the first half. Great tempo they've played at, and I think they'll continue to do that for at least the first 20 minutes of this second half. I think if you're Gordon Strachan, you're looking for a lot more from your front two. Ian Dublin and Zarevsky has been very, very quiet. And that's where you need to start building from. The front two need to start and get the Celtic midfield into the game a lot more.
There's Bednar, who's very lively indeed in the first half. Now Jankowskis, there's no one up supporting enough in the box. Yes, Chesnauskis retrieves. Sliding tackle came from Lennon. Well, nothing Hearts would want more than a quick goal. Neil Lennon not happy with his teammates up front.
Yeah, screaming at Zarevsky there.
Zarevsky, yeah. Well, I think it'll be a change up front very shortly. We've got Petrov and Hartson already warming up.
I think it will be a double substitution. I don't think you'll see one before the other. I think they'll both come on together. If it doesn't happen in the first 10 minutes of this second half, I think they will be straight into the mixer.
Presley strong there against Dublin. That's Bednar. Well, Jankowskis doesn't want one to chase. He likes the ball played into feet. Skach, on the other hand, is prepared to hustle and chase and harry, as he did just there. Good clearance by Boric.
And that's what the Hearts have done for the entire game, Jock. They've hurried and scurried, not give a second on the ball to any Celtic player.
Well, I think the principal message that may have come from Ivanauskis is to continue to play in the Celtic half as much as possible. The last thing they want to do, I think, is to bring Celtic on top of them. That's Presley's pass. Chesnauskis slipping as he controlled the ball. This is Mark Wilson now, who's had a lot of work to do defensively in this match so far. Lennon picking out Nakamura. Here's Wilson again. That's sharp defending again by Aguiar. Here's Chesnauskis. Ahead of him is Jankowskis. Nowhere to go there. Garis Jankowskis is playing in his 7th country in his professional career. Remarkable Lithuania, Russia, Belgium, Spain, France and Portugal before coming to Scotland. And this is Mark Wilson now, breaking again. Full of energy, full of running power. Stepping away there from Aguiar. Switching the play to Telfer. This needs a good delivery. Dublin's there. Headed away by Nielsen. That's Aguiar. Now Jankowskis. Well, he had an option there to hit Skatchel early. He didn't do that. Now he'll try. And the Celtic defence standing firm there in the form of Stanislav Varga. Distribution not of the quality wanted by Zurawski.
Poor ball out there from Varga. Must be looking for more from the front too. Lennon had the right good scream off at Zurawski 2 or 3 minutes ago about his movement and his working back.
Well, I can't believe it long before the joint top scorer for Celtic comes on. John Hartson. Joint with Zurawski, 19 apiece. That's Jankowskis to Skatchel. Screening the ball from Telfer. The second chance to put the ball in. Pisa is just off balance there as the ball passed him. Good play by Tal. Well, the Hearts supporters have warmed to him all right.
Yeah, played pretty well. Keane gets himself in front of the striker more often than not. That's why Dion Dublin has struggled today.
Well by Pisas on Dublin. Free kick to Celtic. You always give the ball to Nakamura in a very tight situation and know that he will keep it. Well, Tal in a fine cover for the first time in the match, losing out to Zurawski. Bad mistake by Tal. A fine block by Gordon. The ball's gone out for the corner kick, I think.
It's the first mistake that Tal's made, but what a fantastic save from that young man there.
Well, it was a ball just to thump into the stand for Ibrahim Dill, and he chose to try to be clever. Perhaps his confidence growing too much. Here's Nakamura with a cross. Keane with a header. Was it touched over? Yes, it was by Craig Gordon. Or was it? No, a goal kick's been given.
And this is a touch by Craig Gordon. I didn't see it very well from that angle, but this is the save. Great save. Keeper stays up well, makes himself big, doesn't fall away from the goal, which you see a lot of goalkeepers do.
Ibrahim Tal was the player who really caused the problem. The first time in the match, he resisted the temptation just to play it simply into touch and play safe. Tried to be clever. This Pisas. It's beyond. Telfer for Skatchel is quicker. That's for Jankowskis. Good covering by McManus.
Good play from McManus there. Saw the problem, saw the trouble, got himself in there. Keeper was caught on his heels.
Paul Hartley will take this in, swinging corner kick. Bednar on the goal line. Jankowskis in the 6-yard box. Well won by Varga. Bruno Aguiar has the chance to deliver a cross here. If he can get away from Zurawski, he's carrying the ball out. Well, once again, over-elaborating in possession, and an early chance to play the ball back into the danger area and chose not to do so. Aguiar playing it in towards Keane. Good awareness there. Keane took a sore one from Rudy Skatchel as he played that ball wide. Half blocked there by Hartley. Throw to Celtic. Gary Pendry still not happy with the officials, giving Alan Freeland this time a bit of stick.
Just running his fingers through his hair there.
Wilson again attacking at pace. That's deflected. Craig Gordon will take charge, telling his defenders to leave it to him. Well, Hearts, I'm sure, were intent on getting the first 10 to 15 minutes over without conceding. Bednar, fully was fouled. The referee thought not, but Vargas taking a knock, so there will be a delay here.
It's always a nasty one, that. You see a big centre half coming over the top. Coming down on the head or the neck. It's coming back there, right onto the top of the spine. Just a wee bit winded, I think, there.
Well, they came over Paul Telfer, in fact. There's John Hansen and Stelian Petrov. Still doing the stretching. Still waiting for the call. Well, Petrov in particular doesn't like to miss a match. Well, what he missed, I think, was against Clyde in the Cup, wasn't it? When Celtic lost. Bednar's head flick on. Here's Jankowskis. Interception made by Keane. Wilson to Lennon. Here's Keane. Dublin. Well, the free kick's been given for the challenge by Tal. Didn't appear to be a great deal in that, but referee Phelan has given it.
John Dublin just got himself set a little bit better there, and squared on, and a little tap from behind and straight down. And now, apart from one mistake, has had a good game.
McManus has gone forward. This is Nakamura. Target again is McManus. It's won well by Presley. Big concern about Stephen Presley with that back injury keeping him out the last couple of matches, and a bit of a risk him playing. He's certainly playing within himself as much as he can.
Yeah, but an important guy to bring into your side, captain of the team, influential, a leader, especially when you're coming in against the champions. You need all those sort of credentials and qualities.
This is Hartley. Now Jankowskis, good touch on the ball. Hartley well closed down by Telfer. Here's Jankowskis. Screening it very well from Telfer and from Dublin. Fine play by Jankowskis. Aguiar switching the play to Chesnauskis. Rangy running coming inside. Skatchel tackled strongly there by Lennon. A little bit of a clash afterwards. Lennon pushing him over, and again turning to get into trouble again. There's trouble here for Neil Lennon. A yellow card. A sheer folly on the part of Lennon, and a free kick's been given in a very dangerous position. This was just nonsense. And Lennon turning back twice on Skatchel.
I think Neil Lennon's insinuating that the spitting. You see the two players come together here, crunching tackle from Neil Lennon, and Skatchel just hanging on to the leg of Neil Lennon. And that's why the little push away comes. And you move on.
Well, there's no need for that at all. Why want to square up in circumstances like that? And this could be costly for Celtic if there's a good delivery from the free kick. Skatchel and Hartley over the ball. Discussion ongoing here. Upraised left arm. It's going to be indirect, this. Skatchel. Well, a dangerous ball lad for Boric. He handled it extremely well.
Yeah, took it really, really well. A little roll back for Skatchel along the floor. Just a wee swerve at the end there. Kept hold of it.
Lennon chesting it off to Nakamura. There's Lennon, now Zurawski. Petrov will be on very shortly. Preparing for action now. Can't be a healthy signal that for Hearts, I don't think, to see Petrov preparing to come on. This is Hartley. Chance to attack. Hasn't too many of these in the second half. That's good play. Here is Bednar. Bednar's delivery is good. And Hartley took that away from Skatchel.
It's a great start. A great chance that. Great ball across from Bednar.
Flick on by Dublin in front of Tal. This is Zurawski. Support comes from Maloney. Now Nakamura. Switch of play. Picks out Keane. Into the mix it goes. Much too close to Craig Gordon. Easy catch for the big keeper.
That's a poor ball in there from Roy Keane. Just great play here from Bednar. It's a super ball, and that is a miss and a great chance. He knows that's a good chance. All he needs to do is redirect the ball goalwards. There's enough on the ball, enough pace on the ball.
Good spoiling play by Aguiar. It's kept in well by Nielsen. That's all McManus could do. Putting away for the throw. The Hearts have coped very well, getting towards the hour mark, still with that 2-goal lead intact, provided in the first 9 minutes.
What they have showed today is great energy levels, Jock. They've been non-stop to the man, working for each other all over the park, closing down, running off the ball.
Aguiar's pass, picking out Fisas. Fisas tried to pick out the run made by Hartley. Foul by Scatchell on Lennon. The referee will take action against Scatchell, I'm sure, when this move ends. Here's Maloney. Oh, he's held up well by Česnauskas. For a tough afternoon for Sean Maloney. Hasn't been able to make the kind of impact he'd like to make on the play. Here's Jankowskis. He's very, very good with his feet, but once at all. And it's turned back by Varga. Well, I think every minute passing helps the Scatchell cause. Well, not quite enough, because here he goes. The yellow card's out, quite rightly so.
Good referee in there from Alan Freeland. You see here, look, just nowhere near the ball. Just catching Neil Lennon down the back. And a little bit of afters from the previous.
Oh, a good bit of play there by Ibrahim Tal, but to no effect, because the ball's been signalled as a throw to Celtic on the halfway line. Still Petrov not yet decided to come on, or that decision not yet made as Dublin lashes the ball over the top. A scratch of the head for Gordon Strachan. Having a chat now with Carrie Pendry. What do you think? Should we change it now or not?
And John Hartson straight up onto his feet, finish off his final stretching. Alongside still in Petrov there.
Well, that's when you want some good counsel from your number 2.
I think it was too difficult a decision to be made though, Jock. You're 2-0 down, you needed 2 influential players. You've got to waiting to come on.
Maybe the
score goals as well. Yeah.
Maybe the bait's really come off. Rash challenge by Jankowskis there on Maloney. Maloney made light of it. Good work by Aguiar. Here's Jankowskis again. Looking for the run made by Hartley in behind Telfer. Good goalkeeping by Borch. Telfer checking back now, looking for some help. Has to go back to his goalkeeper. That's good play from Hearts. And once again they have possession. Aguiar looking there for Bednar. It's a fine pass. Back it comes to Scatchell. Just a shade ambitious there, going into the box at pace on Varga. Lennon's pass to Dublin. That's good footwork by Dion Dublin. Zurawski forced inside by Fisas. Keane's pass to Dublin. This is Lennon. Now to Wilson. Maloney. What a great ball, easily mopped up by Tal. Scatchell winning that from Nakamura. Here's Pelfa. Celtic building up some attacking momentum here. Tal makes a good headed clearance. Hartley, obvious with a header. Maloney tries to read that. Aguiar did well to resist. This is Česnauskas. Now Hartley. That's for Bednar, he's onside. Chance for the Hearts start. He's made it!
What a great finish that is from Bednar. Starting right back from a Hartley header back to Aguiar. And back into Hartley. Super play from start to finish for that goal. How delighted are those supporters? How delighted is that man?
Roman Bednar gets goal number 7. Was he onside? Here's the answer. Oh, it's very tight indeed. perhaps arguable.
It's a great
William
finish.
though, the finish.
No problem with the finish though. It's a very, very tight offside decision. That's a great finish though. Just lifted just enough off the floor. A little flick up.
Oh,
Cool as
look
you
at
like.
the keeper there, assess the whole situation.
Well, from ball being kicked, I think you look at the cut of the grass and he looks like he's just onside.
Also deflected by
Benefit
Varga
of the
towards
doubt,
him.
yeah.
Well, attacking team is supposed to get the benefit of the doubt, and that's maybe what happened there. What a scoreline. Well, oh, this is just incredible. Lennon pushing over Aguiar. Now Lennon could be in trouble here, depends on the view taken. Referee Alan Freeland is initially called over Lennon, who pushed him in the chest. Aguiar went down very easily, I may say, and that's what the referee's concentrating on for the moment. Lennon waiting, I think, with some bated breath. Now the referee's going over to him. I think he's going to give him a word in the ear. I don't think it's anything worse than that. And Aguiar certainly was guilty of going down very, very easily.
Yeah, it doesn't make the cause any better. Players just tumbling to the floor very, very easily. Just a sensible word.
Lucky man.
Aguiar just kicking the ball
There's the
away.
aggression, there's the push. There's nothing at all, but
absolutely nothing. Just puts his hands on his chest and he falls over.
whipped into a good area. Well won by Tal. Fine header out. Just the folly of getting involved at all, and then he turned aggressively towards Aguiar. Obviously a bit of speech play going on. Why in the world would he do that? Zurawski's cross. It's going to be the last act of the game, I think, for Neil Lennon, because Stilian Petrov's going to replace him. I think that's very sensible management. There's Mark Wilson. Mark Wilson scored 11 times in 138 appearances for Dundee United. Still to open his Celtic account.
You can see why with that effort there. The last piece of action for Neil Lennon, and the armband over.
Of course, Lennon applauded with the Celtic fans, but it's very sensible management, I would say, because the first offence of any kind would have surely resulted in a red card from this point on. He's yellow carded already. What a fine replacement he is too, Stilian Petrov.
Yeah, right in the middle of the things he'll be. That's where we like to see him. Well, I like to see him anyway. Right in the heart of that midfield where he can drive forward.
Bednar trying to hold off Varga. That's Wilson's pass. Good layoff by Dublin to Petrov, his first involvement in the play. Wilson back to Petrov again. Bit of a hurry with the pass. Chesnowskis collects. Here's Bednar. Well, Hartley wants a handball decision, but it certainly wasn't deliberate, even if it was handball, which is questionable itself. Well, it just must be the kind of result and score which Rangers are dreading. Chesnowskis has done very well indeed here with his team.
That's a result that he wanted.
There's the man of the match competition. A reminder again. See if you can agree with Mark Hateley and win a signed shirt to the man of the match. Numbers to call and the text address to use on the screen right now. Foul by Presley on Dublin.
So the result, this was the result. It's all Hearts fans wanted and players coming in off the defeat last week against Hibs, needing to get that momentum going, and what better way to do it than be 3-0 up against the champions.
Zurawski's little flick on. Dublin charging in there. He's guilty of a foul, so Maloney does not have that shooting chance. Well, Dion Dublin has certainly put himself about throughout the match. He's got a yellow card. Stephen Pearson's coming on. Bit of running power from midfield. The Hearts supporters celebrate. What looks as though it might be a crushing victory over the champions. It looks as though Zurawski's the player coming off. It's Aguiar back to Pisas. Scatchel, careless one. Nakamura was caught there by Pisas. The ball was not stationary. A change is about to be made, and it's going to be Zurawski withdrawn. Pearson is the replacement. It's been a very tough game for Zurawski. He hasn't been able to make much of an impression.
I don't think any complaints from that man there. I think he's been very, very quiet this afternoon. Not been involved hardly at all. Seen him a lot sharper. Strachan will be hoping this man here can come on and do what he did last time he was here and put the ball in the back of the net.
Maloney to striker beside Dublin. Pearson wide on the left. Flighted in there by Telford. It's well won by Presley. Back it comes to Petrov. Fine save by Gordon. He must have seen that late.
Yeah, good strike from Petrov. Took a wee deflection on the way back in as well, as the ball just floated into the box. Get on the second ball, head down, hit the target. Deflection there, but Craig Gordon right behind it.
Petrov challenging fiercely there. He caught Aguiar there, who's down needing treatment. Very heavy challenge made by Petrov and Aguiar.
A little dead leg there for Aguiar, I think. See, when the ball's up there, that's what you get from Petrov. Yeah, just catching him with his knee. Slightly higher than the thigh, look to me.
Well, the maroon and white scarves celebrating all around the stadium here. An occasion these supporters will not readily forget. Valdez Ivanowskis doing his cause no harm at all in the long term. He may well become the permanent coach. Vladimir Romanov will make that decision in due course, sitting beside his son Roman. Well, the last time Celtic were in such a situation was in November 2000. The Rangers beat them by 5-1 at Ibrox, and this is the worst league defeat since then, if it stays this way. Here's Mark Wilson. He certainly has worked extremely hard all afternoon, Wilson. Difficult circumstances too. He's been tested defensively. Turned back by Telfar, and that's all Boris could do. Well, I think you have to put this in perspective, because it must be hard to retain an edge when the championship's won.
It is difficult. He's got one eye on the beach, and some players have got obviously the World Cup coming up. I think that man will be just looking to add to his goal tally.
Well, he's going to get the chance shortly, I think. You'd imagine it'd be Dublin coming off. Here's Bednar. Picked up now by Nakamura. Good interception made by Presley. Pisas. Fine play. Here's Hartley. Catching Scatchel on his heels. Keane read that very smartly. Forward comes Wilson once again. Here's Pearson. To get a run from Maloney. That's asking too much of him.
Let's just get your link-up striking play there. Petrov's come for the shorter one, up the channel. And Maloney needed to be coming over a little bit closer.
Red flick on by Jankowskis. Here's Bednar. Back it comes to Scatchel, who's desperate for a goal. He's back here to Aguiar. He's made a good recovery from that knock he took. The challenge with Petrov. Now Presley. Bundled over by Dublin. Maybe Dublin's last contribution. They're waiting to bring on Hartson to replace him. Well, he's committed a number of fouls, Dion Dublin, 9 in all so far. He won't commit any more though, because he's being replaced. Well, the replacement is Hartson, not Thompson, as we saw there. All the 3 subs are now committed for Celtic. Kisas forward. Scatchell. Strong challenge made by Telfer. I almost think Paul Telfer's the epitome of the good pro, Mark.
Yeah, always gets what you get from Paul Telfer. He's a steady Eddie, just plods away. Well, not plods away, it's a bad word to use, but works away, does everything pretty well.
Yeah, I can imagine his dream. You know exactly what you're going to get from him, don't you?
Absolutely.
Scatchell gets the break of the ball. Closed down well by Keane. Still no joy in front of goal for Rudy Scatchell. Bednar's going off. He's played very well indeed up front for Hearts.
Oh, he's worked tirelessly. He's covered every blade of grass, closed everybody down in the Celtic team, it seems. It's an excellent game.
There's Miguel Pospisil who replaces him. A very useful striker also. Add his energy to the Hearts' cause in the late stages. Bednar takes the handshakes. Here's Hartley. That's for Pospisil, he's offside. Cut off anyway by Mark Wilson. Hartson's on there, and he is the man replacing Dion Dublin. So Celtic now a midfield which reads Nakamura, Keane, Petrov and Pearson. The front 2, Hartson and Maloney. Valdas Ivanauskas looking on. I think he's beginning to think this match is won. Certainly entitled to feel that way with his 3rd goal. It's made such a difference. Celtic's whole body language suggests they know it's over. Offside there against Jankowskis.
Yeah, didn't need to touch it. Pospisil was just running onto his own ball there. Could have left that.
What is that feeling about Celtic now? The 3rd goal really has knocked the stuffing out of them.
Absolutely not the stuffing out. They need a goal within the next couple of minutes. They've got any chance of getting anything from this game.
Here's Maloney. Pearson. That sums up the day so far for Celtic.
I think that sums the last third of Celtic's play up today. I think from the strikers it's been very, very poor. Final balls into the box. Found it very, very difficult as an offensive force today, Celtic, and that's something that we've not really said.
So the man of the match competition will be decided very shortly, the next 15 minutes. These are the numbers to call and the text address to use to nominate your man, to see if you agree with Mark Hateley, in which case you could win a signed shirt from the man of the match. Paul Hartley, clearly a candidate. Ibrahim Tal, clearly also a candidate. Perhaps on this occasion more candidates in maroon than green and white. Oh, a chance for Hartson. He has never scored at Tynecastle, John Hartson. Isn't that remarkable?
Ball just wouldn't come out far enough from underneath his feet. And she couldn't get enough power on the ball. Good link-up play there. And leave it there, look, just underneath his feet.
200th appearance it is for John Hartson for Celtic. He scored 109 times, and many of these appearances in the 200 have been from the bench. Remember when it was Larsson and Sutton for so long? He came off the bench a lot, so his goal tally is fantastic. Offside decision, is it? No, it's a free kick to Hearts. So Paul Hartley over the set piece. Hearts looking for a 4th. Oh, that was close. Wow. I think Tal might have been put off by Pospisil, who had a chance also.
I think Burrett's just does enough here as well. Just enough, puts Tal off. Becomes big and bold.
And you can tell that Ivanauskas is still looking for more. You can tell his reaction to that opportunity not being taken. Strong challenge there by Presley. Pospisil couldn't pick out the run made by Česnauskas. Keane had to hurry. This is McManus. He too has to hurry. Pospisil doing the chasing. Hartley's header. Jankowski is playing that towards Fisas. It was very well read by Telford. Anticipated that extremely well. That's Vargas' long ball forward. Presley there ahead of Maloney. Hartson down for Nakamura, who's had a much quieter second half. Won the ball a great deal in the first. Good return there from Petrov. Goal kick it is. Hearts coping quite comfortably at the moment with the Celtic attempts to get forward.
I don't think they've ever been stretched, to tell you the truth, Hearts at the back. I think they played pretty compact as a unit. Taught well, Stephen Presley in there, organising. That man's had a good game as well. We had a bit of cramp coming there, I think. Tight hamstring.
There's going to be a change made here. Headed down by Wilson, this is Keane. And now Nakamura. Now Mark Wilson. No, it stays this way. That's a foul surely by Talon Petrov. It stays this way. It'll be the best result for Hearts since April 1972, when they won by 4-1 here against Celtic.
But here's a chance. Not many chances have come Celtic's way in the shape of free kicks, but one right on the edge of the box, right in the central area.
Nakamura territory or Maloney territory. They're both terrific in this position. I wonder if it's just a shade too close in. Might want another 5 yards out to get the ball up and down. Well, the wall has to be treated much further than this, sure.
Substitution for Hearts after 80 minutes.
Ibrahim Tal is coming off.
Much appreciated round of applause.
Vera, the replacement.
The Tynecastle faithful. Vera coming on. Tal going off. Good afternoon's work from that young man.
Straight like for like. Bereg is on the 21 international. What a chance for Celtic. Will it be Nakamura? Will it be Maloney? The wall did well.
I think it was right there, Jock. A little bit too close to get that ball up and down. It's a big wall of Hearts as well. Big guys on the right end of the wall.
Nakamura now with the corner. Can Celtic come up with some drama before the end? Oh, Pearson, tall player, but not renowned for his aerial ability, but could have gone to that to head the ball. Chose not to. And the throw goes to Hearts. Stephen Pearson debating that. Well, that 4-1 victory of Hearts in 1972 is in the midst of Celtic's 9 in a row. The Jockstein. Launch forward by Craig Gordon. That's Vargas' header. There's a good one, straight down to Keane. Good tackle again by Telford, but he's in trouble against Hartley. That's set up on the right for Skatchel. Oh, it's a good ball in. Chesnauskis. Still a chance. Oh, it's a wasted opportunity in the end.
It's great play again from Paul Hartley. Super driving play forward, carrying the ball, sliding Skatchel in. Just too much on that. And Pospisil will just take his eye off the ball, but it's just doing enough. That big yellow jersey coming out.
So another change being made here by Hearts. So it's Chesnauskis coming off. And the replacement is Nereas Barasa, Lithuanian. On comes Barasa, his third appearance as sub. And he's gone straight into the Chesnauskis position, wide on the right. Pushing by Berra on Hartson. Well, it's gone strangely quiet. Lots of Celtic supporters making for exits now. Not hanging around to watch the end of this too much. not what was expected, I'm sure. Only half that Roseburn stand occupied by Celtic supporters for this match. The rest has Hearts fans. Usually the whole place is taken up by Celtic. Back here with Telfer. Space now for Nakamura. Good block made by Fisas. So it's Nakamura with the corner. Well won in there by Berra. Was it a foul on Keane by Scatchell? The referee is not interested. Keane was looking for something there.
And Freeland was right on top of that as well. The ball just bounces up. So he gets something on the ball there between Keane's legs. Scatchell.
Well, I'll tell you, that could have been interesting. A testimonial match Tuesday 9th of May. Setanta Sports 2 covering that at Old Trafford. Manchester United against Celtic. Barasa going in strongly there. He has more than 20 caps for Lithuania as a defender. Narius Barasa. Breaks there for Keane. That's a good pass. Pearson playing it in early. It was blocked by Barasa. Kept in play well by Nielsen. This is Pospisil. Counter-attack on now for Hearts. Scatchell goes through. It's wide here for Jankauskis. Oh, that's a lovely slide of foot by Jankauskis. And a good block in the end by Varga.
He chose the run option there, Jankauskis. It's a great run. Poor tackle from Wilson. But look at Scatchell standing in the middle there. All he's got to do is roll it across outside of the foot. And it's a simple tap in.
Well, once again, Scatchell playing to the gallery. I don't know, Valdas Ivanauskis will be happy about that. Shot opportunity offered there by Bruno Aguiar, but Scatchell changes his mind, goes for the orthodox ball. And Pospisil, but too much on that. Tried to glance it, I think, across the face of goal. Met it too solidly.
Was a difficult that one once you pass the near post, especially when you're running out from the goal. The ball's behind you.
Well, Jordan Strachan and Gary Penry having a little chat again. They've had a few of these in the match. Perhaps there's a bit of a wake-up call to Celtic, even although the edge cannot be quite the same, and Hearts are well fired up to fight for this Champions League spot. It really has been a very, very convincing victory so far by Hearts.
Champions, you always want to finish the league in convincing style, how you start the league. Good result. Stands you in good stead for the first game of the next season.
Wonderful pass, a wonderful pass there by Nakamura to Keane, setting up the chance for Petrov. Here's Nakamura again. Oh, tackle there by Barasa on Hartley, his own player. He steals it. Here's Petrov. Now Hartson. Petrov again. Baloney, lovely play. Here's Petrov. That will not go for Celtic in front of goal, despite the efforts there. Postilian Petrov really has been inspirational since coming on.
That was good play from the three there. Petrov, Hartson, Maloney all involved. It's a determination there and a drive. A deflection and a save, I think. If you look at it there, just a fingertip touch there from Craig Gordon.
Well, Hearts will be desperate to maintain this excellent defensive record. Nakamura's cross goes all the way over. No problem here for Hearts. Aguiar can launch a counter-attack. Jankauskis wants the ball played over to the left-hand side. Telfer wins it. Presley takes charge there. That's Pospisil and Aguiar. Keane picks out Nakamura. Hartson. Petrov. Held up well as Fisas and Berra close in. 3 additional minutes will be added at the end of the match. I don't know either side will want any of that. Foul by Varga on Jankauskis. Keane thumps the ball against Jankauskis, who's not too pleased. The referee feeling tries to calm things down.
Varga getting dragged out to the side there. And Kauskas skipping past the big centre-half. Just brought him over. Keane just knocking the ball back, catching a big striker on the head.
Well, this is Hartley territory for these dangerous free kicks. He's off the wall for the corner. This will suit Hearts fine to run down the clock with a leisurely corner kick.
Yeah, they've been non-stop from start to finish. Hearts well worthy winners. It's been a hot day. Just play these last 4 or 5 minutes out.
Well, there have been so many trials and tribulations off the field at Tynecastle all season. But as far as these supporters are concerned, if a team can produce a performance like this, they don't really care too much about anything else. Well, Hartley wanted to play a short corner, I think, but he was trying to give space there for Robbie Nielsen. The offside flag has gone up against Berra. So the final minute of the 90, 3 additional minutes to go. And it's only a question of whether or not Hearts can add to the lead or Celtic can snatch a consolation. The destination of the points clearly established.
Yeah, definitely. I think the points are out the equation now. I think that's all signed, sealed and delivered. I think there's going to be another goal scored by either team.
Yellow card for Hearts, and it certainly was an excessively tough challenge that. You see what's going on there, but that's wild.
Just trying to hook his leg round Stephen Presley. 2 players who prepared to get kicked from pillar to post. Stephen Presley's got a few scars on that head, and John Hartson the same. Both put themselves about, having a smile about it now.
Yeah,
2 good pros.
no ill will there. No ill will.
Further vision has indicated 3 minutes of time added on this.
Big one with a long ball launched forward, and Varga has all the time in the world to deal with that. Didn't quite realise how much time he had. Well, the question for Hearts too is some of these players are here on loans and contracts ending at the end of the season. They'll try and put a team together for next season. They've still got a tough match coming up in midweek against Aberdeen, who played extremely well yesterday against Hibs. And then, of course, they go to Ibrox, so not all done and dusted for the Champions League as yet.
You can rest assured it won't be a dull summer here at Tynecastle. To what this season's gone on during the season, I think it'll be pretty lively.
Clarkson's layoff. This is Petrov. Now Keane. Well, Roy Keane undoubtedly tried to take Celtic by the scruff of the neck after they went 2 down in the first 10 minutes. He made a very good impact in the game for a period in that first half, but perhaps was not entirely thrilled with the response he got from some of his teammates. But he's still working hard here. His pride still burning. That's played forward for Maloney. Nielsen just got to that. There's Pearson. Turned away well by Berra. And this is Jankowskis. Wilson steps away. Late challenge by Jankowskis. Totally unnecessary. Yellow card inevitable for that. What was he thinking about?
Yeah, just frustrated that he lost the ball. It was just a complete swipe. Mark Wilson. Straightforward decision for referee Freeland. Yellow card for that man.
So it's going to be Nakamura to try to create a consolation for Celtic before the end. All the big men are there. That's very long for Varga. Safe catch by Gordon. The other thing that must worry Gordon Strachan is that Craig Gordon hasn't had to do a great deal in this match at all.
But what he's done pretty proficiently. Held on to shots when he needed to. Has kept his concentration throughout. That's the important thing about a good goalkeeper, not having a lot to do, but when it's called upon, he makes that important save.
Pospisil is offside. Handball there by Maloney. That's an easy decision for the referee. Bit of frustration. It's been one of the more difficult games for Sean Maloney, who's had a wonderful season, but this has not been one of his best afternoons. Indeed, there's no more action to come. Hearts have won comprehensively by 3-0 for Valdas Ivanauskas and for the Romanovs. It's a perfect afternoon. The Champions League dream lives on, and you can tell what it means to these Hearts players. Handshake there from Gordon Strachan, and a lot of thought in that director's box as Paul Hartley shakes hands with Stilian Petrov. Two outstanding midfield players in the Scottish game this season. Paul Hartley, a key man, making the first, scoring the second. Roman Bednar got the third for Hearts in the second half, and Valdas Ivanauskas, a real possibility of him being around for a long time. And for Craig Gordon, a pretty comfortable afternoon. It's been a thoroughly emphatic performance from Hearts, led by their captain Stephen Presley, and it really has indicated that Hearts are a force to be reckoned with, Mark.
Absolutely, I think the start to finish have been well worthy winners. To a man, they've worked the socks off, taken the chances, some good play throughout, from goalkeeper to the centre forward. He's had a great game. Been very, very lively. A lot of criticism a few weeks back, given a rest. Stephen Presley coming back into the side. Delighted. That man will be delighted as well.
Well, it's good to see that he can smile too. The smile there with Stephen Presley. We don't see that too frequently, but that team was very well set up for the task. They were hungry, they were eager, they were determined from the first whistle, and they got their just rewards in the end. The first goal coming in just 7 minutes. It certainly had some luck about it. Hartley's flipped in free kick, turned in by Stephen McManus. There was no luck about that. A terrific free kick by Hartley to make it 2-0 in just 9 minutes. And then in 63 minutes, Roman Bednar sprung the offside trap to knock in number 3, and that took the stuffing right out of Celtic. It's been a thoroughly emphatic, comprehensive victory by Hearts. They're on track for the Champions League qualifiers. The final score, Hearts 3, Celtic 0.